up, doll collectors, hobbyists, fabs, and besties? I'm Toya, an adult doll collector. Welcome to my miniverse. Today, we might do a few things that are kind of random, like open some mail. The package is all gold and pretty. Ooh, there is a card, Toya aka MyFroggyStuff. Let's open it. Ooh, it's fancy. I think it's a wedding invitation. Y'all be going all out for these doll events, and I love it. You are invited to Jude's and Tasha's wedding invitation February 24th. I totally missed it. By Dolls in Action. I am so sorry. And there's a little box. Inside we have, looks like a place setting. Oh man. We have 2 chargers, 2 paper plates. This is so cute. There's a slice of cake on a plate and another slice. We have coasters and utensils. This right here is really cute. I feel so bad for missing this event. Let's just grab Mini Toya in a dress. This one is by M Creations Paris on Etsy. And now we can pretend that she wasn't late and showed up on time to the wedding. Congrats to the happy couple. Good cake. You know what? Mini Toya is looking red carpet ready in this dress. We should totally make a new red carpet backdrop. This year, Barbie celebrated her 65th birthday. And you know we got to celebrate. So let's head to the craft table. I was thinking maybe we can make a quick backdrop by taking an index card or some cardstock, fold it, use a ruler to draw a line at a diagonal, cut on the line drawn to make a triangle that we can use as a pattern on foam board. Lightly trace several, then using a ruler and a sharp craft knife, line the ruler up where you would like to cut. I press the ruler down firmly. It helps to do this when standing. And then I just cut with the X-Acto knife on the edge of the ruler in one continuous motion to get a clean cut. Continue to make several. I have leftover foam board from making our little food court backdrop. I just need this red carpet backdrop to be large enough for an Instagram post, like a square where we can see the entire doll and a dress. Right now, this piece is measuring a little over 17 inches tall. Let's make it about 21 inches wide. So I trim off the excess to get a large rectangle. To help it to stand, let's make 2 columns using leftover foam board. I cut a piece that's 1 3/4 inches wide, 2 strips that are 1.5 inches, and 2 1/4-inch strips. I glue the thinner pieces behind the larger one to make like a box. Let's take glitter paper and cut a few strips. Mine are 3/4 inches wide. I glue them right down the center, then take the 1/4-inch strips and frame it, then repeat to make 2 decorative columns that we can glue onto the sides of the board to help it stand. Now we can begin laying some of the triangles onto the wall and decide just how we want them to go. We can cut more of the glitter paper into thin strips and glue it around the edge of some of the triangles to give them a nice little border. I use the pattern on leftover glitter paper to cut more triangles to add to the wall. We don't have to cover the whole wall because I do like the different levels, but just enough to make sure we can see a little sparkle behind the doll. I want to keep this easy to store, so I'm not going to attach a floor. I just cut another piece of foam board, cut out a space for the columns to make a piece of foam board that will fit in between. Glue red fabric on top. I'm using felt because I can't find the fabric that I want, but felt totally works. It's easy to find and easy to cut. And now we have a backdrop inspired by the Academy Awards that we can use for any occasion, like celebrating 65 years of Barbie. This is one of the new Barbie signature anniversary dolls. I bought it at Mattel Creations. There was a blonde and a brunette, Priced at $60, the Barbie 65th Blue Sapphire Anniversary doll is taking us back to Barbie's iconic swimsuit. On the back of the box, it says, "Since 1959, Barbie has inspired imaginations and generations to believe that anything is possible." Celebrating her 65th Blue Sapphire anniversary, Barbie is dazzling in a scalloped edge ball gown with a sheer underskirt and black gloves. We're getting blue cat eye sunglasses, blue earrings that are removable. She comes wearing black heels. Her toenails are painted. So are her fingernails under the gloves, which are being held up with tape. This doll has twist, similar to the Little Mermaid's, only her whole head is done. The front is pulled up. We have painted edges. When we remove the glasses, we see a new sculpt. According to Mattel Creations, this is closed-mouthed Brooklyn, which I love. Personally, I prefer when the doll's mouth is closed, so yay! She has a smaller painted eye than the Playline Brooklyn, blue eyeshadow, and there's a little shimmer on the lid. She has freckles, red lipstick, and comes on a model muse body, which means she has the basic 5 points of articulation with movement at the head, shoulder, and hip. She also comes with a doll stand and a certificate of authenticity. Looking at her next to the Playline Brooklyn, I don't know. We might have to rearrange a few things on the shelf. Speaking of Playline, Barbie Fashionistas have also been celebrating Barbie's 65th with inspired looks. We reviewed this doll a few weeks back. This is Barbie Fashionista number 213, wearing another look inspired by Barbie's original swimsuit. I bought this doll at Target for $10.99. We are also getting those blue sapphire sunglasses and blue eyeshadow, only this doll is a little pixelated. Lately, we've been playing around with some light customizing. Let's go ahead and bring out the hot water. Grab some made-to-move yoga bodies. These two look like a match, and the anniversary Barbie looks great with the orange and pink made-to-move body. But can she still fit the dress? The Velcro barely holds in the back, but we can just make one of our Velcro extensions by taking a small piece of Velcro, overlapping it slightly, then place it on the Velcro in the back to keep the dress secure and allow it to fit a different body type. For our pixelated Barbie, let's just paint right over the factory paint with a little watered down acrylic paint. I go over the eyebrows, add more blue to the eyeshadow. I went over the eyes, then add some thicker eyeliner. This is difficult to do in front of a camera. I went back and ended up giving her kind of a classic Barbie vibe. Then let's add a little red to the lips. Let's give her ponytail a quick curl and wrap a little hair across the top to give our Barbie Fashionista a little retro vibe. And let's change her into this Barbie dress. It came out a few years ago. I think I bought the doll at Walgreens. It was on an inexpensive Playline Barbie, but this dress is so classic. And a great look for our little fashionista on the red carpet. Thank you for joining us while we took a look at one of the 65th anniversary Barbies and gave our Barbie Fashionista a retro Barbie vibe. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Don't forget to ring the bell and follow us on Instagram at MyFroggyStuff, the Frog Vlog, and Bella of MyFroggyStuff. And we will see you next time.